NFL teams are back in training camp. We have a flurry of rookie contract disputes, and we still have more holdouts. The Adam Schefter Podcast, available wherever you get your podcasts.
He did it! He did it! No-hitter for Jim Abbott!
Jim Abbott defied the laws of Major League Baseball.
He's learned to handle what he calls his situation, being born without a right hand.
He threw a no-hitter at Yankee Stadium, which is amazing. I don't care how many limbs you have.
E60 presents Southpaw, the life and legacy of Jim Abbott. Streaming now on ESPN+.
Executives, coaches, and scouts rank the NFL's top 10 wide receivers. What will Harry Douglas say about that? All that and more with him and me, Freddie Coleman, on the Thursday Cool edition of Freddie and Harry, 3 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPN Radio, the ESPN app, and SiriusXM Channel 80.
The NFL Flag Championships are back.
This just only gets bigger and better every year.
The next generation of stars are ready to ball out.
Let's go!
So many players, so much talent.
As the game takes center stage for the premier youth flag football event of the summer.
The title on the line in the shadow of the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
NFL Flag Championships, presented by Toyota, July 18th through 20th on ESPN, ABC, and more Disney networks.
Are in Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. Today is Thursday, July 17th. We are ripping and rolling here at ESPN 106.3. Your boy is back. The cat is not in the hat, though. C-Cat not on the other side of the glass on the ones and the twos. He is tending to his four-legged companion back home who is under the weather. In for the cat is the man who you generally hear on Wednesdays delivering the trivia questions. He is none other than Cade Chumsland. On the other side of the glass on the ones and twos. What's happening, Kate?
What's good, brother?
It is good to be locked and loaded. It is good to be rolling, man, on a Thursday here. I checked the stats. I checked the good old CPU, the computer. We are 49 days out from the kickoff to the NFL season. I'm talking regular season. I don't count down to the preseason stuff like some of you football nerds. No, that stuff don't matter to me. Do you watch preseason games? Like, outside of your favorite team, I know you probably tap into one or two of them. Do you watch other preseason action?
I watched the Hall of Fame game.
Okay.
For sure. Because that's like the big ceremony, like watching a game in Canton. And I will probably catch one or two local Florida games that I can find.
Yeah. It's like,
that's about it.
It's background noise. You know, when the NFL preseason comes around, it's like, all right, I'll throw it on. I'll check a couple things out. Maybe like you tap into Cam Ward because you're like, oh, I want to see how the number 1 overall pick is doing out in Tennessee. Maybe you tap into some Giants preseason action because you're curious. Is this Jackson Dart dude? Is Jackson Dart, who has the perfect name to be a star in the NFL? He has a football name, if you will. Bo Jackson, Jackson Dart. Even I like Cam Ward. It's underrated. But you know, Justin Herbert has an underrated football name. But you tap in to see some of the rookies, maybe. But again, in the NFL preseason, we're not counting down to that. 49 days to the kickoff of the actual regular season when the Cowboys and the Eagles open things up on Thursday night football. I stumbled across an article last night, and it was sparked by what we had last night on ESPN. Of course, the 33rd annual ESPYs Award went down last night out in Los Angeles. And of the many people who were crowned winners of ESPYs in their category, I couldn't help but be drawn to my screen when I saw one face grace the television screen, and that was none other than Cameron Boozer, who is a South Florida high school basketball player and was named the Gatorade Male Athlete of the Year for high school. If you don't know Cameron Boozer, yes, the namesake is right. He is the son of Carlos Boozer. Kate, I know you don't watch a lot of reality TV. Carlos Boozer, clearly an all-star in the NBA during his heyday with the Jazz, a little bit with the Bulls before he kind of teetered out of the league. When you consider Carlos Boozer, what is a word that comes to mind? I'm going to tell you what he called himself on this recent reality show that sparked my wife to rise up from her seat, pull me over to the room, and rewatch it back because she looked at his aura, his vibe, and she was like, okay, I feel like he's kind of overselling what he was in the league. So what's a word that would come to mind if you were trying to define who Carlos Boozer was in the 2000s?
I want to think of something like godlike.
Man, godlike, that's hard. That's tough. You think he was a godlike power forward? You know, he was.
No, I think he said that about himself.
No. What would you categorize him as?
Oh, good.
Right?
Am I on the right track?
Yeah, good. Carlos Boozer was a good power forward. Carlos Boozer was never really ever the single most important player to his franchise. You know, he was a big free agency acquisition that same summer that the Big Three happened, going to the Bulls. But when he was with the Jazz, it was Deron Williams who was in conversation for best point guard in the league, not Boozer for best power forward. Now, I don't want to diminish or talk down on Carlos Boozer. Good dude. Does some work with the programming nationally here, so I don't want to take his name down. But on the reality show that he's on currently, I'm trying to look up the name of it because I was so shocked by what he said. It's called King's Court. King's Court is a reality show. I'm sure it has something to do with dating or whatever the hell. Carlos Boozer referred to himself as an NBA legend. An NBA legend. Now, you called him good. You called him good. My wife, here's the crazy thing, Kate. My wife does not watch hoops. Not a big sports fan. She likes a little reality TV sometimes, the pastime. She'll have it on in the background. She heard him say that, and she was like, I don't know. And she called his bluff, and she's absolutely right. Would you want to guess how many All-Star games Carlos Boozer went to?
0.
2.
Okay.
Just 2. But 0 was a good guess because he barely made it in there. There was a lot of great power forwards, to be fair to him, in the late 2000s and early 2010s. LaMarcus Aldridge, Chris Bosh, Tim Duncan still there, KG. Like, it was crowded. Dirk Nowitzki still is in his heyday. So it's not like okay, he sucks, but it's not, you're not a legend. You're not a legend. Amari Stoudemire. Like, that was a great power forward run we had in the midst of Carlos Boozer's prime. I say all of that to say, that is the backdrop to who his son Cameron Boozer is. There are the Boozer twins. They played for Columbus High School. And Cameron and Caden Boozer, the Boozer twins, both going off to Duke. And this comes full circle. I know that was a little sidetrack. I just thought it was hilarious once I started talking about Cameron Boozer. It comes full circle because Cameron Boozer, who is a top-ranked high school prospect and is expected to be a top 5 pick in the NBA draft next year, well, this 6'10 power forward who's headed to Duke, had a big feature story come out where he says Duke is being overlooked. The Blue Devils, that Duke, is being overlooked because people don't give them title expectations. Now, let me mind you, this is a team coming off a Final Four appearance, Kate. This is a team who just had the number 1 overall pick in Cooper Flagg. Do you think we're overlooking Duke?
I'm sure not.
I think we have a pretty good gauge on what Duke can be, and I also think that if they had all that talent last year and they couldn't win a national title, it's fair for us to say we don't expect you to be the champions this year as well. But Cameron Boozer, the Gatorade National High School Athlete of the Year for the male side, believes Duke is being overlooked because we're not crowning them champions in the preseason. Yeah, that's how far we've come as a sports world. Duke feels like the little bro. They've got a chip on their shoulder, sure. But then that got me thinking, what are we actually overlooking right now in the sports world? Because we are in the midst of the offseason for a majority of sports. Of course, we're in the middle of the swing of the Major League Baseball season. We just wrapped up All-Star Week, so now they're going to be on that back end making pushes for the postseason. But in the NFL, in the NBA, and even in the NHL, we are in the heat of the all-season. Most teams have made their transactions, their trades. They have set what their future of their franchise is going to look like, and we have enough moves to gauge it. Cameron Boozer says Duke is being overlooked. That's an absolute lie. All right, they're being properly rated right now. The question is, what was the offseason move amidst these other leagues that matter more to the national public, that matter more to the NBA and NFL and NHL media which of those moves was the most overlooked one? And I don't know if this is my bias as a Kansas City Chiefs fan that is going to start to show a little bit, or maybe it's just me having my finger on the pulse of the trajectory in which the NFL is going these days as teams are getting more and more run heavy. But when I was watching the NFL draft and I saw the Los Angeles Chargers come up to their pick, and the commissioner, Roger Goodell, walks up to the podium, and at number 22 overall, they select Omarion Hampton, running back out of North Carolina, to pair with Justin Herbert, a guy who was just year after year rated as one of the top quarterbacks in the league despite his lack of postseason play. When I saw Omarion Hampton to the Chargers, I immediately thought, oh, dear God, what is about to go out? What is about to shake in Los Angeles? Hampton, if you don't know, was a running back for the North Carolina Tar Heels. He played with Drake May 2 years ago, who's now the quarterback for the Patriots. Last year, he even increased his production as a running back in the ACC under the now coached by Bill Belichick, North Carolina Tar Heels. 3,000-plus rushing yards over the past couple of seasons. Hampton has a lot of juice. Guys like Mike Clay, who do projections for ESPN, mostly for fantasy, but just in general to give the fans a good outlook on the season. He's claiming that Hampton could likely have a better rookie season with a run-heavy Chargers offense than Ashton Genty, Heisman finalist, what was that? What they get? The Raiders number 6 overall pick, Ashton Genty. He's saying that Hampton can outpace him in his rookie season based on what the Chargers have and based on what Jim Harbaugh and Greg Roman like to run out there in L.A. And the reason I say this move is being a bit overlooked is because in the grand scheme of things, when you think Jim Harbaugh football and you think about what he relied on when he was at the Michigan, when he was up in Ann Arbor coaching the Michigan Wolverines, leading them to a national championship, sure, he had the big-time prospect J.J. McCarthy at quarterback. Sure, Colston Loveland was part of that as well, a guy who just went top 10 in the draft. He was his tight end, one of the big targets. You had a Roman Wilson on the outside, a wide receiver. There was a lot of talent on the offense, but what did he lean on most to make sure he can come out big? Harbaugh likes to tote the football. He likes to keep it on the ground. He went out and got Najee Harris this offseason. He used his first pick in the first round to get Omarion Hampton, who is an elite-level running back prospect. Expect the Chargers to establish the run and do it all day long. And Cade Shumsden, who's with me again, in for Christian Cat, you, despite being from Minnesota, are a Houston Texans fan, right?
Okay. There is such a bad rep for me in the office.
No, it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing.
I'm not from Minnesota.
Right.
I bring up Minnesota because my dad's from there.
Okay.
I'm Florida born and raised, baby.
Your family's from Minnesota.
Yes.
Your family's from Minnesota.
I am Florida born and raised, and yes, I'm a Houston Texans fan.
Okay. So you're a Texans fan, and so you know what this Chargers team is like in the postseason. What stood out to you most about that round one, the opening wild card game, Texans-Chargers, where the Texans win 32-12. What stood out to you most that was wrong with the Chargers?
Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4 interceptions.
4 interceptions.
By one Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert, when it mattered most, threw 4 interceptions and threw the Chargers' chances of advancing in the postseason right away with that football. Now, we just had the NFL execs and GMs and everybody rank quarterbacks. Correct me if I'm wrong. What number was Herbert on that top 10 list? I know it was above Jalen Hurts. Was he 7?
He was 7.
7th. They had Herbert, Justin Herbert, who we've seen have 2 abysmal playoff performances, his 2 chances in the postseason. First, he goes up against the Jaguars, and it was a tale of 2 halves. Where in the first half, he looked like he was going to be that elite prospect that takes over the league. And in the second half, he did everything in his possibility to make sure that the Jaguars can come back and beat them. Now, that's not all on him. If you get yourself a 30-point lead or so, you should expect your defense to close it out. But if you can't score in the second half of a playoff game, you can't bank on winning it. Last year was worse. Last year was regression from Herbert. And when many people thought the Chargers were coming up to the podium there at 22, often people were thinking, okay, well, the Chargers. I mean, the issue with this team was the passing game. Herbert threw 4 interceptions. He had to throw 14 targets to a guy named Ladd McConkey, a rookie out of Georgia. Ladd McConkey, who had 197 yards and 9 catches, I think it was a record-breaking performance Ladd McConkey had in that postseason game. So everybody's thinking the Chargers might want to improve their wide receiver room. Harbaugh went to running back. Harbaugh went and got Hampton. And the key to all of this is, if you look at what really hurt the Chargers in that game against the Texans, they had no opportunity to rely on the run. J.K. Dobbins was a shell of himself. Gus Edwards has been cooked for several years, but, offensive coordinator Greg Roman just loves keeping him around. On top of that, when you have, 50 total rushing yards to your name in a postseason game, you can't expect to win or compete on a high level. What the Chargers did this offseason and using their priority pick, their first pick on Omarion Hampton, it establishes a couple of things. Harbaugh wants to take the ball out of the hands of Herbert more and pound the rock to give him more help around him. Secondarily, there is an emphasis around that division itself, and it all goes back to one man. Every NFL decision you see happen in the offseason, especially when it comes to roster building in the AFC, every decision you see made, you should ask 2 questions. What does the money in this deal tell me? And what does this is our counter to Patrick Mahomes in this deal tell me? And the Chargers used their first pick on Omarion Hampton. Okay, who else is in the AFC? You know what? Pete Carroll and Tom Brady are over there with the Las Vegas Raiders. Who did they use their top pick on, Kate?
Ashton Genty.
Ashton Genty at 6 overall. Well, that's just 2 out of 3, Theo. That's a coincidence that 2 teams used their first picks on running back, which is one of the most ill-advised moves in the league. And again, remember, what's one way to keep the ball out of the hands of Mahomes? Pound the rock, control the clock, keep possessions alive, and keep 15 on the sideline. So the Chargers and the Raiders do it. Oh, but wait. The Denver Broncos, with quarterback guru coach Sean Payton and Bo Nix, who was a rookie sensation last year as the 6th quarterback drafted, but the number 12 overall pick, there's no way he spent the priority pick on a running back too, did he?
You would think not. But
R.J. Harvey out of UCF. So you're telling me that 3 of the 4 AFC West teams that all have to go up against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs are all emphasizing the run game, emphasizing how do we get our running back involved to keep possessions alive, to keep pounding the rock, to keep up with the trend in the league right now, where as much as we glorify the quarterback, the running back position and the run game has been emphasized at an all-time level. Last year, when you look at run rate above expectation, which grades out if it was a 50-50 chance for an offense, you're not leading in the game, there's not a situational thing. When it is evened out, are they running more or are they passing more? Last year, since they've been able to track that data, it was the most run-heavy year in the past 10 years. And in the AFC West, it is leaning that way even further. We heard this was one of the greatest running back draft classes that we've had in a while, and we saw what some of the, I would say, expert coaches, if you will, with Sean Payton, Pete Carroll, right? Jim Harbaugh. We saw what they all aligned and did, and that has a lot to do with Mahomes as well. I say that the most overlooked move in this offseason was the Chargers drafting Omarion Hampton, and it is because people are going to see a seismic shift in the way that coaches, teams, and everyone around the NFL are going to be prioritizing the run game last year. We talked about the revival of the running back with Saquon and Derrick Henry, right? And your guy, Joe Mixon, the Houston Texans back. We talked about how that led so many franchises to being better on offense. Josh Jacobs, all over the league. Now they're doing it, but they're doing it with elite level young running backs. We could be seeing the start of what we had in the early 2000s when we had dogs at that position all throughout the league. Sean Alexander. We're talking about guys like Priest Holmes, LaDainian Tomlinson. Like, we be getting a shift back to that. That's the reason why I love the NFL is its cyclical nature and its ability to kind of have parity through strategy. Expect a run-heavy NFL next season, and if you want to look at one move that's not getting enough attention that is a very big highlight to that, it's Omarion Hampton being picked at 22 overall by that guy, Jim Harbaugh, who is expected to change those Chargers outcomes. Am I off base at this at all, Kate? You've been feeling it as well. You saw how good the Texans looked.
You're cooking.
When y'all pulled up with Joe Mixon last year.
You're cooking. Keep it going.
Thank you.
I'm loving this.
And I'm all about this. And I ask you all the same question. I believe it to be Omarion Hampton to the Chargers, the most overlooked move of this offseason. But if it's the NFL, if it's the NBA or the NHL, any league you want to look at, you tell me what you think is not getting enough credit, is not getting enough views, it is not getting enough pub, and we can talk about it right here on Theoretically Speaking. It's the people's platform, the good people at that. So hit us up. Let us know, what is your most overlooked offseason move so far? Right? Cameron Boozer of Duke, he said, oh, we're so overlooked. Nobody's thinking about the Blue Devils. Well, Cameron, it's July 17th. Take your ESPN and get off the stage. Like, you know, you're going to be good. You're going to be great. All right? Your pops is going to give you some good guidance. But relax. Omarion Hampton should be the one with the chip on his shoulder because we're not giving enough credit to what he's going to mean to what the Chargers and even the rest of the league is going to try to do. Hit us up on the Baptist Health Hotline and let us know. Also, you can hit us up on social media. I dropped a question on my Instagram at Theo Dorsey TV, at Theo Dorsey TV. You can also jump on YouTube at ESPN West Palm, and you can hit us there. Your most overlooked off-season move that you would like us to discuss today. The door is open. As they say, the doors of the church are open. Come on down and let us know what you got. Or you can just hit us up on the Baptist Health Hotline. That's the easiest way. 888-760-3776. 888-760-3776. That's the Baptist Health Hotline. Are you experiencing foot and ankle pain and need to see an expert in the field? Baptist Health Orthopedic Care is a team of foot and ankle orthopedic surgeons and specialists who are regarded as leaders in their specialty. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho to learn more today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care combines its resources of experienced physicians and leading-edge treatments and technology to provide advanced orthopedic, foot and ankle, joint replacement, spine, and sports medicine care. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho for more information today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care has offices conveniently located in Palm Beach County through the Florida Keys. Learn more by visiting baptisthealth.net/ortho. Legend, NBA legend, Carlos Boozer. I mean, come on, man. Much love to Boozer, man. The booze. I can't see that at all. I can't believe he categorized himself in that way. Kate, you also have your finger on the pulse in these off seasons. You love to see transactions. You're big on roster construction. What's a move that you feel is a little bit overlooked right now?
I got you in 1 second, but I gotta comment on your running backs point. The reason I'm so excited about it. Have I actually told you why I'm a Texans fan?
Oh no, talk to me.
It gets back to this. My favorite player growing up, the reason I love the red, white, and blue in Houston is Arian Foster.
Wow.
The man, the myth, the legend of the 2010s when it comes to running backs.
Man, there were so many of them back then.
You mentioned the 2000s. Can I bring up Jamal Charles, DeMarco Murray, LaShawn McCoy, Frank Gore, Arian Foster, Chris Johnson? That's the era I grew up in.
We could have a whole show, David Johnson with the Cardinals. We could have a whole show where it's just name your favorite 2000s running back.
Oh, that'd be fun.
And it would never get old. Jerome, the bus. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to think of who are some of the ones that don't get a lot of love, flash in the pans. Because when you said Jamal Charles, I think of somebody that is an unheralded running back of the 2000s.
Adrian Peterson.
I mean, that dude there, he's the guy. AP was the guy of the 2000s, and he carried that into the 2010s as well. We talked Sean Alexander. When I think about the Carolina Panthers, you talk about your fandom of your youth. I think about Smash and Dash, Jonathan Taylor and D'Angelo Williams. Like, dude, we had some real – and they were the stars of the league. Nowadays, running backs only get love in the fantasy football circles like that. But now I'm telling you, I'm feeling the shift.
I'm loving it.
I'm feeling the shift. You look at the teams that had the top offenses and the top production levels across the league. It's teams like the Lions. I mean, I ain't got to start David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. It's teams like the Packers who leaned heavily on the run throughout the year, thanks to their addition of my boy out of Oakland, Josh Jacobs. Even the Vikings, they get Kevin O'Connell gets praised so heavily because of the way he attacks the passing game and whatnot. But do not forget with Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones was he wasn't as efficient as they wanted him to be, but he definitively made that offense better when he was on the field, and you saw the difference when he was not available for the Vikings last year. And who can forget Christian McCaffrey? The Niners didn't make the postseason last year, and sure, you can point to many things. Guarantee you, if CMC was ready and available last year, they would have had a lot better chance, and that's the reason why people have faith in the Niners this year. He'll be back.
1,000%. Now for my pick as the underrated, overlooked move of the offseason.
Yes.
I'm going to hit the defensive side of the NFL. And it's very interesting because I remember us last year spending probably 4 straight weeks talking about this guy. And yeah, I've yet to hear his name this offseason, even though he's at a prime position. We think of Hassan Reddick as that guy who tortured the New York Jets last year out of money disputes. Did you know, Theo, he's in Tampa Bay this year?
What? Hold on, Smalls. What is he doing in Tampa Bay? When did that happen?
Hassan Reddick, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Again, I'm just looking through roster moves, and I've got Hassan Reddick with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on a 1-year, $12 million contract.
Is the NFC South going to be interesting this year? That's my question.
It's going to be feisty.
Like, there are a lot of people who are high on what the Panthers can be. But before you even get to talking about the best case scenario for Carolina, let's not forget, last year the Falcons would have won the NFC South if not for Kirk Cousins being a shell of himself and them holding on to him for 1 or 2 games too long. That is no longer an issue. Michael Penix Jr. is a starting quarterback for them. They've invested a lot of their future into 2 pass rushers out of this last draft. And the Buccaneers, all the while, as they lose Liam Cohen, they got a good first-round pick wide receiver and Emeka Egbuka. And Hassan Reddick getting on that like he is a demon of a pass rusher when he's available.
And if now, since this whole thing is settled early, and he's got his money, and he's going to be on that defensive line, you're talking about Chris Godwin is also back. So there's a 3-headed monster receiver game.
Tight.
Baker Mayfield is now apparently a top 10 quarterback.
Come on, man.
Don't know if I'm just saying. I'm just saying that's what other people think of him. And let's just say that the now Bucs Lord and Savior Bucky Irving is in the backfield. The offense is looking good.
Yeah.
The defense, the linebacker core, and the secondary might have things to work on, but at least they're going to get to the quarterback now. And I'm excited to see what the Buccaneers can do because think about it. They were 1 point away from beating the Washington Commanders in that first round.
Crazy.
They were 1 point away from going against would have been the Philadelphia Eagles.
You know what, Kate? I'm going to give that's our Baptist Health offseason football report. You, like, literally, the fact that you're telling me Hassan Reddick is on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yes, the same guy that was in the contract dispute who got traded and then didn't show up because he didn't get his extension last year. Yeah, that Hassan Reddick is on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 1 year, $12 million. Your offseason report presented by Baptist Health. Orthopedic Care, your off-season football report. On the other side, we got to get on that get-around, man. It's going to be a packed-out day. We got Dean Thomas pulling up for the happy hour. Tina will be in the house as well. It's not your typical Thursday because also Kate Chumslin in for CCAT here on Theoretically Speaking, so stick around. We get to the big news of the day, including also maybe a bit of dissension in Philadelphia. Who would have thunk
Again?
Who would have thought? Like, what? Infighting in Philly? I thought that was a city of brotherly love. No. Okay, more of that now. ESPN 106.3.
Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
When you're in pain and an hour seems like a day seems like a month, there's only one place to go for your treatment. Pain Care Florida. Our pain management specialists have the knowledge and experience in state-of-the-art procedures to relieve pain and get you moving. Time waits for no one, especially when you're in pain. Visit paincareflorida.com. Pain Care Florida. Stop hurting, start living today.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
Summer's in swing, and the Marlins are serving up the hottest deal yet. Dollar Dog Night presented by Salins. Head to the ballpark on Friday, July 18th, and enjoy $1 hot dogs. Yes, $1 for the whole family. Then stick around for the weekend showdown as the Fish face the Royals, followed by a 3-game throwdown against the Padres, July 21st through 23rd. Don't miss this hot lineup. Get your tickets today at marlins.com/tickets.
Breaking news on ESPN 106.3 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
This just in. We begin this hour with breaking news.
When news breaks, ESPN 106.3 has it covered.
We've had developments. ESPN 106.3 can now report.
When your vehicle breaks, St. Lucie Battery and Tire fixes it. Stay tuned to ESPN 106.3 for more breaking news. Brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
The Club at Lost Lake, a championship Fazio design golf course in Hope Sound. Golf and social memberships are now available with no waiting list and immediate access. The course and club will see over $10 million in capital improvements and is one of the best private club values in the area. Experience the beauty and challenge of this renowned course for yourself. Enjoy year-round access to exclusive amenities and events. Elevate your game, elevate your experience. Discover the Club at Lost Lake. Visit clublostlake.com to schedule a visit today.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
It's Theo Dorsey, and I'm feeling hot, hot, hot. Temperatures are up, but your water shouldn't be full of mystery floaties. Culligan's got your back with water testing and reverse osmosis systems to keep things clean, cool, and crisp this summer. And get this, you can try it for just $10 a month. Stay cool, stay hydrated, and stop drinking who knows what. Visit Culligan.com today to schedule your free water test.
Hey, Culligan man!
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
Speaking of contract disputes, we get a Le'Veon Bell drop from Devontae in the YouTube chat at ESPN West Palm as we're naming random running backs since the year 2000. Le'Veon Bell, LaShawn Shady McCoy. Yeah, Le'Veon Bell had an immaculate run that came to a halting stop as soon as he wanted his big payday. Still was like, no, we don't really rock with that position like that, big dog. But you keep toting that rock though.
Speaking of another running back, did you know Todd Gurley? I believe I'm trying to figure out the stat. Todd Gurley has the most rushing touchdowns since 2020, and he hasn't played in 4 years.
Yeah,
it's something like that.
It was, and I'm wondering, has it gone away because of Saquon and Derrick Henry last year, or is it still there? I think Derrick Henry had to pass him up.
It was there to start this past season. Yes. I don't know if it's been broken, but that's how crazy he was.
He was insane. He had a 3-year peak that I don't think you'll ever see matched, and some of that was Sean McVay, but then also Gurley was an incredible prospect as well. Wow, running backs don't get enough love, man. I think the resurgence is coming back, and it's excellent. One more point on that Chargers thing, too. Like, Kate, they also went out and got Mekhi Becton, who was that huge offensive lineman, started off as a tackle with the Jets. He's like 6'12".
Dude, if he can pull something off,
he's huge.
They can make that work, too.
The Chargers offensive line is a bunch of 6'8", 390-pound dudes that are just going to be mauling dudes. Joe Alt. Like, they went and got another one. Not J.C. Latham. Mekhi Becton over the middle. Like, they have a bunch of offensive linemen who were freaks in the NFL draft, and they're now all loaded up on that line. It's going to be fun. Speaking of fun, man, they're having a lot of fun in golf's latest major. All right, it's the oldest of the majors on the PGA Tour. The Open is going down, and I almost keep calling you C-Cat. Cade.
No, C-Cat is the golf guy here.
C-Cat
but another golf guy is here.
Cade actually played himself some college golf. And Cade, you'll be the best person to do this. Can we get an update in the chase for the Claret Jug?
Oh, I'm excited about this one. We're back at Royal Port Rush. This leaderboard update is brought to you by Pain Care Florida. At Pain Care Florida, their specialists use state-of-the-art procedures to relieve pain and get you moving. Pain Care Florida. Stop hurting, start living today. This leaderboard update is also brought to you by the Breakers Palm Beach, Kaiser University, and PGA Golf Club. Theo, it is stacked at the top. We've got ourselves 6, count them, 6 men, all at position number 1 at 4 under par. Most notably, Matthew Fitzpatrick, Lucas Glover, Harris English. But not to fret, the big names are also right behind him. Scotty Scheffler is 1 back of the lead at 3 under par. Terrell Hatton is right there at 3 under par. Lee Westwood, who has never won a major championship. He's still looking for his first. The Englishman is at 2 under. Ricky Fowler, one of the people's favorites, is at 2 under. Rory McIlroy is also trying to get up into the leaderboard. He's at 1 under par. Some big other names: Justin Rose, Phil Mickelson, John Rahm, 2019 winner Shane Lowry, all within 3 shots of the lead. Boy, am I getting ready for these next 3 days.
No Xander Schauffele yet? Is he teed off? No Xander?
I am scrolling.
Oh, no.
I'm scrolling.
Last year's champ.
I'm scrolling.
Oh, I just found out where he's at. It's not good. That's not bad.
Might have passed him.
He's even. He's even through round 1.
Is he even?
He's even. It's not terrible. It's not a bad spot. Tied for 35th.
Yep.
Tied for 35th.
But it's 4 unders the lead, 5 unders the lead right now.
Yeah.
Actually, Harris English just jumped a spot. So we got Harris English at 5 under through 12. But this to me says the winner is going to be right around that 10, 11 under.
Okay.
You always get someone who pops into the lead on day 1, and then nerves, and then the environment of playing in Northern Ireland with that. It's windy out today, so like the environment will catch up to these guys. I expect the winner to be somewhere between 10 and 11 under. So still some time for Mr. Xander Schauffele.
Let us ride. It is a Thursday. That is the tap in from round 1 of the Open. Thank you for the update, Cade. This is a good name right here that Devontae just dropped in the chat. We talked Gurley. Speaking of Rams running backs, how could you forget about Steven Jackson? Big, burly, but also fast as hell Steven Jackson. Like he was a battery ram when he wanted to between the tackles, but he had a little bit of go to him as well. And that's so many of those early 2000 running backs. Like that's when dudes was really like running through folks. Now we got a bunch of scat backs. We got a lot of wannabe LaDainian Tomlinsons, Brian Westbrooks. But yeah, Steven Jackson. That dude right there, not enough love going his way. I don't think anybody said Eddie George yet either. I don't think we've got an Eddie George drop. Had to throw that in there. You know what I would love to throw in there right now?
Tell me.
How about we put our hand up like a hitchhiker and we catch ourselves the latest and the greatest. This is the best way to get around. It's literally named after that.
The Safebound Get Around is brought to you by Safebound Moving and Storage, South Florida's most trusted moving company. You're safe with Safebound.
That's right. The Get Around is our methodology, our way to get from place to place, from city to city when it comes to sports. And the way this thing works is we go stop by stop. And Kay's going to read off the headlines. So where are we going to kick this thing off at?
Next stop.
Let's head up to Washington, D.C.,
Nice.
the nation's capital. The Washington Commanders, team we didn't necessarily talk about as offseason moves, but let me tell you what, Theo, they have been busy in 2025. They've brought in names like Deebo Samuel, Laramie Tunsil, Von Miller most recently, Javon Kinlaw, Jonathan Jones, and they have also messed around with a few, losing a few. De'Ami Brown is no longer there. Olamide Zaccheaus, Jonathan Allen, and Devontae Fowler. So between those they've brought in.
Big news on them today, though. Von Miller.
Yeah.
Von Miller.
1-year deal, I believe. $8 million, something along those lines.
But Kate, all the names you've been naming out to me, there seems to be one problem. Von Miller, Debo, Laramie Tunsil, Javon Kinlaw, Jonathan Jones. These dudes ain't in their prime no more.
This
is over. It ain't Capitol Hill. It's over the hill.
Oh, I'm glad you were thinking the same thing I was. None of this matters.
I'm sure the Washington Commanders know what they're doing. I'm not out here saying I'm smarter than the powers that be in D.C. You got yourself one of the most electric players in the league at quarterback entering his second year in a guy like Jaden Daniels. Exciting, thrilling, young, passionate. I mean, you were already a little over the hill in the receiver room by having Terry McLaurin as your one and not a lot of youth around him. But then you add to that Deebo Samuel, who he might be 28, 29 years old, but in football years, he's like 40 with the amount of hits he's taken playing
wide receiver
running back
years
and
for
receiver.
sure.
Yeah. I just can't, for the life of me, see this being the way that you want to build a team, that you want to have residual deep playoff runs over the next 3 or 4 years. I don't understand why they're not building closer to his timeline.
And their biggest pickup last year was Marshawn Lattimore, who's another safety who's getting old too.
He's old out there on the boundary, man. So here's my thing. If you are the Commanders, good on you for squeezing every last bit of the salary cap out to add talent to this roster. It is a very talented roster, but it is also a very elderly roster. And it is just a shaky way to build your team in a sport that oftentimes comes down to being a war of attrition. Like, I think back to that huge Von Miller Super Bowl play for the Broncos, and I also start to remember, holy crap, that was 2015. Jaden Daniels was like in elementary school. That's the guy you went out and added today. I'm just saying. They'll be good. Right? They'll be good. The NFC East will be competitive. They will be a 10-win team. But if the bar is the NFC Championship game, which I know we're going to expect some level of regression, but you want to get back there, that is a long run, and you are leaning on a lot of dudes who already have early onset arthritis. Not a good sign. Not a good sign.
Next stop,
Ann Arbor, Michigan, which means there's only one thing we're talking about, and it's not Connor Stallions.
Whoa, finally.
And it's not.
Finally.
According to On3NIL on Twitter, Oracle founder and Michigan super booster Larry Ellison is now the second richest person in the world, according to Bloomberg. Ellison has a current net worth of, ready for this?
Oh, no, I'm not.
$251 billion with a B.
251 billion. B.
Billion.
B. Okay. That's a lot of money.
A key role in Michigan's pursuit of Bryce Underwood.
If you don't know who Bryce Underwood is, 5-star quarterback, the cream of the crop in this past recruiting class, and he's going to start for Michigan next year, right? They're expecting to start this dude as a true freshman.
Oh, yeah.
At one point, if I'm a Michigan fan, I am absolutely elated that one of the most elite, the second richest man in the world is helping run my football program, because I know we will never be without. We will not be a have-not in Ann Arbor. On the other side, what kind of pressure is that on an 18-year-old kid playing his first snaps of college football, that the dude who has his finger on the pulse, who is in the driver's seat of that football program, has that much money and that much motion? If things are not going well, you can be easily replaced.
Is that really where your mind went first?
You can be, hell yeah. Last time I seen a dude with a whole lot of money run an organization that he didn't know much about, it was happening to the U.S. government, and things went really, really dark really fast. Really, really dark, really, really fast. And now you tell me the second richest dude in the world has his hands on the controls of University of Michigan football? That's an extreme amount of pressure that you're putting on those athletes who know that that's the dude who can just snap his fingers and replace you with a $10 million NIL deal for somebody else.
It's interesting that's how you interpreted that.
Yeah.
Because I interpreted it as he's the main funder, not necessarily he's in the one in the room making the deals. Do you think he's there making it happen, or he's giving the power to the Michigan coaches?
How do you think money works, though? You know what I'm saying? I get what you're saying. Of course, the coaches are going to be the ones making the decisions, right? That's cute. And the whoever the GM of Michigan football is going to be making the personnel decisions. That's adorable. The athletic director, I'm sure, has some say so. Read off how much money that dude got again, please.
$251 billion.
Yeah, he's the decision maker. Yeah, that's how that works. I don't know if you understand how it works around these parts. The dude, the man with the money got the motion. And I don't care how much you try and act as if you can you can regain control of your program. Why do you think college football coaches hate how much they have to suck up to boosters? Have you ever seen a college football coach around boosters? You would think those are the dudes with the headset. Like, you have to there's a certain level of reverence that the people with the actual deep pockets get, especially in college football, and that's the second richest
You don't
dude in
have
the world.
to. You don't have to know it from an athletic perspective. You just need to know it from a college perspective. Every college has themselves a board of donors.
Yes, and that they matter the most. I don't care how much. They don't care about students. They don't care about student athletes. They don't care about parents. They don't care about health and safety. They care about keeping the people who provide the money happy. And he's the one that provides the money, and he's got more of it than you could ever imagine, and that he could ever spend. I'm not saying it's going to be a bad thing. I'm just saying inherently, it's up to Larry Ellison if it's going to be a bad thing or not. It's out of your control. It's out of your control. That's all I'm saying, and that's not a good thing.
Next stop.
Let's go to the West Coast now. Los Angeles, California, and the home of Fox Sports Studios. David Portnoy announced this morning that Barstool Sports and Fox Sports have agreed to a deal. Barstool members will now appear on Big Noon Kickoff for Saturday college football. Theo, you excited at all to see Barstool on Fox?
Next stop.
Fair enough. Dallas, Texas.
I ain't watching that crap. Next up.
I could not agree more. Next up, let's make it happen.
Next stop.
Dallas, Texas. Rashee Rice has been sentenced to 30 days of jail time and 5 years of probation from a car crash last year. Dallas District Court, just for some more details, Dallas District Court judge ruled that Rice can serve the jail time at any point during the 5-year probationary period. Rice received deferred adjudication, sources told Adam Schefter. So the case will be dismissed if he completes the probation.
Right.
The NFL can now expedite its disciplinary process. Dude, these articles use way too many big words. Disciplinary process of Rice, who is likely to receive a multi-game suspension at some point during the season. What, Theo, should that multi-game suspension be?
As many as the NFL wants to make it be, and as many as it needs to prove the point that I'm about to make right now. What the hell do you get out of driving your car dangerously fast? What is the purpose of you? And I'm not going to say that you are idiots, but it is an idiotic decision that you continuously to push the limits of how fast you can drive your. Like, is it cool to your friends? Are you showing off to the guys? Do they think you're a real neat dude? There's no way you're trying to get from point A to point B quicker than usual, because a lot of times it ends up either with you getting pulled over and getting a ticket, or also, I guess, getting people hurt. In the YouTube chat, we have King Zelu says he says it's a thrill. It's a thrill. Rashee, I'm excited that you feel like it's a thrill. You know who else thought it was a thrill to drive really fast? Henry Ruggs. Henry Ruggs also agreed it was a thrill. And that thrill ended up with him going to jail. And not just because he got pulled over for a ticket. No, he rammed his car into another car, and that woman and her pet went up into a fiery flame, and they passed. And no, Henry Ruggs he was beneficial enough to be able to survive that crash and had to do some time. And now I hear he's trying to get back into football. And meanwhile, in football, what do we keep hearing left and right? Jordan Addison speeding, getting pulled over and getting in trouble. 2 Cleveland Browns, I believe, this offseason speeding, including Shador Sanders.
Jalen Carter from a few years ago.
Jalen Carter racing cars. Like, UGA football players can't stop racing cars. I mean, I will tell you, never mind. I tried to be cool, tried to play with kid gloves. You are an absolute idiot. You're an absolute idiot and a fool if you are driving recklessly, speeding for a freaking thrill. You know what's a thrill? Going over the middle, trying to catch a slant route from Patrick Mahomes. You know what you're not going to be able to do, Rashee Rice? Go over the middle and catch a slant route from Patrick Mahomes with a linebacker staring you down, because, well, you might have to serve some jail time. And you're definitely going to have to serve a suspension from the NFL. And I think, like, if they suspend him for the full season, I would not be mad. And I'm a Chiefs fan.
100% with you.
If they suspend, like, at a certain point, you have to start making the consequences greater for these idiotic, foolish actions if people are going to continue to do them? Because obviously the risk and the reward, they are not seeming to add up the right way. So let's just make the risk a little bit higher, because it's the highest risk ever, right? You're putting your life and others in danger. But I guess because they get away with it so often, it's all good. Well, yeah, Rashee Rice, I hope they drop the hammer on you, and that's coming from a Chiefs fan, and that's coming from a fellow Texan and a guy that loves watching you play football. Stop being an idiot. Shedeur Sanders, same thing to you. Same thing to you, Jordan Addison, and everybody else. What was it, Zach Edey out of the NBA? You're 7'8", and you're speeding. You know what would happen if a 7'8" dude got folded up in a car crash? You know what I'm saying? Like, his head would be through his feet. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? You're all idiots. Stop driving fast. Just do the speed limit, get point A to point B.
Next stop.
Theo Dorsey preaching.
Just hate this silly stuff, bro. Like, it's a thrill. It's fun. Let's race. Let's race. Let's see who can win. Let's see who can. How about you just get to the place you're going? Race him in damn Gran Turismo. That's why they make the video games.
Last one. Indianapolis, Indiana.
I'm getting old.
No, you're not. Don't ever say that.
The gray hairs.
You're not. No.
Indianapolis. I get you. I'm just saying.
Indiana.
I'm over here barking.
No, you're doing great. Stop. Don't ruin it. You're fine. Indianapolis, Indiana. The WNBA announced for their All-Star game, they will have a 4-point shooting line on each half. In the theme of our conversation about the Derby off in MLB, let's have another fun conversation, this time about the NBA. Should there be a 4-point shooting line at some point in an NBA or WNBA game?
I don't think so in regular season games, but I would like a differentiation in the All-Star games, and I like that the WNBA is doing that. They're also doing the line changes like hockey, where you can do subs mid-play. I think those things can make an All-Star game more intriguing and get more eyes on it, because you're never going to get these players that get paid so much money to actually be competitive in this thing. Let's just give a show to the fans. So a 4-point line would be fun. I think, you know what I would like to see in an All-Star game? How about making alley-oops worth 3 points? You know what I'm saying? It has to be a completed alley-oop.
I'm here for it.
Those kind of things could actually spruce it up some and create for more engaging and fun opportunities. 4-point play, though, I don't think you necessarily need a 4-point line in actual NBA play right now. No. Are you against? We'll do that on the other side. That was a get-around. That was fun. I want to get your thoughts on this whole swing off in Major League Baseball. Me and C-Cat almost came to blows over it yesterday here on Theoretically Speaking. We talked about it on Russo and Rizzo as well with our guy Steve Policiner, Uncle Steve. He agreed with me that there's a way to implement it. You have some ties with baseball. You played it growing up. Your brother plays collegiate baseball. You love the game. I want your input on whether or not that should be a thing that we actually try in the regular season. Plus, maybe it's the end of the road in Philly. We address. That's Cade Chumslin in for C-Cat. I'm Theo Dorsey. It's Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Right now, you may be running a little late, or feeling stressed, or overwhelmed, and you may be going a bit over the speed limit. So to help you relax, exhale. Ease up on the gas. You'll get there when you get there. Take a moment to just chill. This little break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
It's County Fair Night at Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium on Saturday, July 26th at 6 p.m., presented by the South Florida Fair. When the Jupiter Hammerheads host the St. Lucie Mets, there will be a petting zoo, inflatables, carnival games, raffle prizes, and plenty of food and drink specials for the whole family to enjoy. It's also another Kids Club Saturday. Stop by the ticket office or visit RogerDeanChevroletStadium.com to purchase your tickets today.
Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, proudly representing the residents of South Florida since 1985, and proud supporter of Inter Miami on ESPN West Palm. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath has attorneys across South Florida ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients, and you won't pay anything unless you win your case. If you have been injured, call the attorneys at Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, 561-867-4117, or online at foryourrights.com. Main office in West Palm Beach.
Does your business leave a lasting impression? Attractive, eye-catching signs help you stand out from the crowd and create a strong brand identity. Our team at Signorama West Palm are experts in helping your business get noticed and get effective signage in front of your potential customers. Our team can turn your blank windows or plain vehicles into money-making branding machines by drawing customers' attention to your business. So if you're looking to leave that lasting impression, call us 561-687-7993 or visit signoramawpb.com.
What would you do with an extra $700? You can earn up to $700 per year with Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Boost Checking pays 7.0 annual percentage yield on balances up to $10,000. That's up to $700 extra to do what you love. Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Requirements apply to earn the highest dividend rates. Limit one checking account per membership. Dividend rates and annual percentage yield subject to change. Business accounts do not qualify. Insured by NCUA, proud partner of Florida Atlantic University Athletics.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
When you're in pain and an hour seems like a day seems like a month, there's only one place to go for your treatment. Pain Care Florida. Our pain management specialists have the knowledge and experience in state-of-the-art procedures to relieve pain and get you moving. Time waits for no one, especially when you're in pain. Visit paincareflorida.com. Pain Care Florida. Stop hurting, start living today.
The weather is heating up and summer is here. Stay cool with EDS Air Conditioning. Right now, qualified customers can take advantage of 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong in sports, not in your home. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, EDS is the name you can trust since 2006. Visit EDSIsYes.com today. Game day comfort starts now. Don't sweat the small stuff.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
You know, one thing about it, I think there's a lack of understanding for what is proper fun, a proper thrill, and then what is just absolutely not safe. I get that people like driving really fast because it makes you feel like you're on a roller coaster. And now I'm sounding like old head dude who's preaching at people to be responsible, and I know nobody's going to listen to me. But if you want to have a thrill, go bungee jumping. Go skydiving. Go get on a roller coaster. Don't have your thrill at other people's expense. It just doesn't make sense. Like when I jump on the road, guess what I'm not looking for, Kate? A thrill.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm actually just trying to get home.
You know what they should do? You know what they should do? Because when you're in an accident, have you been in an accident, like a serious accident
yes,
before?
Multiple.
Right? Okay, so have I. When you're in an accident, you never, ever want to be in that type of situation again. I think some of these guys should volunteer for the crash test dummies at dealerships.
Yeah, if you want to be a thrill. Yeah, there goes the thrill. Also, I'll say this, too. If you're in the NFL or NBA or a professional sports player that has a huge contract, how about you just hire a driver and not get into that kind of trouble
Seriously,
again?
there's a lot of people making less money than you who have that.
Easy. It's really easy. You know what is safe, though? Safe-bound moving and storage. That's safe. That's a safe way to get about things. Safe-bound moving and storage is your place to go if you're going to be looking to make a move, whether you're moving to Florida, from Florida to another state, or maybe you're moving within the lines of the state. Safebound has you covered. You are safe with Safebound. All right, this is a company that is based right out of West Palm Beach. family owned and operated. Plus, speaking of family, they moved my sister from South Florida to Georgia. You know, that's the kind of care that you get with SafeBound. Don't worry about moving your own stuff. They will handle it for you. Let the professionals take over and do the tough work, and they will do it with a smile and excellent customer care. They also have SafeBound Luxury, right? They can help you move art. In SafeBound Luxury, they also can help you out with moving from high-end residential places. If you want the expert level of care with a little bit of luxury thrown in there too. I know my good people out there that got a little more expendable income might want that. Yeah, you are safe with SafeBound. SafeBound Moving and Storage. Tap in with the good people and see how you can get covered. Kate, you are a bigger baseball fan than I. Is that fair to say?
Probably, yes.
As a more casual baseball fan, I thought Major League Baseball did an excellent move with the All-Star game ending. Instead of going to extra innings, you have a 3v3 home run derby to settle it out in overtime. I flirted with the idea of bringing this to the regular season because it's a more thrilling ending. It's more fun for the fans. It also has a finite ending. It won't go on for hours and hours with no expectation of when the thing can come to a close. I like it for the regular season of Major League Baseball. How do you feel about implementing something like this in the future?
I think it would be the worst sports move in history.
Wow.
Sorry if you were looking for any backup.
Wow.
But that would completely change the dynamic of how the game is played, how the game is recruited, how the game would be trained. There would be no longer strategy in how you move around the bases. Like, literally take the bases out of the game.
Yeah.
No need to run around anymore
It's just overtime. There's 10% of games going to overtime.
If it's overtime, then you're going to always want to make sure you have the guys ready for that overtime, which means you're going to want people because injuries happen, man. Imagine if you had your best home run hitter, you would still want guys who could hit home runs in case that happened.
Yes, true. Tell them stick around. We need you for overtime, buddy.
No, I'm saying what I'm saying is they're injured. You say that because they left the All-Star game.
Okay, yeah.
Like if they're actually injured, then you've got a problem.
Get out there and thug it out, all right? Be a big boy. We pay you the big bucks. All you got to do is hit the ball over the fence a few times. I get it. It's breaking your baseball traditions.
No, it's not. No. It's not tradition. It's simple strategy. It's not tradition. It's how the game is played.
Make an extra roster spot and just get you a big slugger in there. Get you a guy that can do it.
It's just like how there are two separate sports. There's golf and there's long drive golf. There's the 3-point contest and there's basketball. They are separate events and they need to stay separate events.
Basketball looks like a 3-point contest often these days, though. Some, like a lot of games turn into that.
How many of those teams win, though? That's what I'm saying.
Celtics won a title that way.
But not entirely that way.
Mostly, yes. All they did was shoot threes.
You think they win that championship without Porzingis?
Yeah, and what was he doing? Spacing the floor and shooting threes. Yeah,
no, he wasn't.
Yes, he was. Okay, the happy hour's next here on Theoretically Speaking. Oh, another idea. Tyrone in the YouTube chat says you can go to Germany and ride the Autobahn. Yeah, that thing has no speed limit. You can't speed on the Autobahn. You can just fly on it. Go do that. Oh, but they don't want to spend money. They just want to endanger other people's lives. The happy hour is next. Tina and Dean Thomas pulling up. It's going to be a lot of fun. Wow, we got to address a hot and juicy topic that's been circulating all over the web. A Coldplay concert that it started as just a nice, friendly concert, and it's ended in a bit of a disaster for not one but two marriages. We discuss on the other side. That is Kate Chums, and I'm Theo Dorsey. We're Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
Breaking news on ESPN 1063 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
This just in, we begin this hour with breaking news.
When news breaks, ESPN 1063 has it covered.
We've had developments. ESPN 1063 can now report.
When your vehicle breaks, St. Lucie Battery and Tire fixes it. Stay tuned to ESPN 1063 for more breaking news. Brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
ESPN 1063 is your home for live sports presented by Hard Rock Bet, home of Inter Miami, Miami Heat, and the Miami Dolphins. Catch all the action and the biggest matchups throughout the week right here on ESPN 1063. Hard Rock Bet, it's Florida's official sports book. Try Hard Rock Bet now and receive up to $100 back in bonus bets if your first bet doesn't win. It's offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida, must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida. Wager terms and conditions apply. Considered by gambling. Call 1-888-ADMIT.
Kaiser University's flagship campus. The 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees. Kaiser University also has an athletic program with 26 national championships, including back-to-back-to-back lacrosse titles, and they just won their first ever national championship for men's tennis. Visit KUSeahawks.com for the latest on the championship flagship campus of Kaiser University.
The Club at Lost Lake, a championship Fazio design golf course in Hope Sound. Golf and social memberships are now available with no waiting list and immediate access. The course and club will see over $10 million in capital improvements and is one of the best private club values in the area. Experience the beauty and challenge of this renowned course for yourself. Enjoy year-round access to exclusive amenities and events. Elevate your game, elevate your experience. Discover the Club at Lost Lake. Visit clublostlake.com to schedule a visit today.
It's Theo Dorsey, and I'm feeling hot, hot, hot. Temperatures are up, but your water shouldn't be full of mystery floaties. Culligan's got your back with water testing and reverse osmosis systems to keep things clean, cool, and crisp this summer. And get this, you can try it for just $10 a month. Stay cool, stay hydrated, and stop drinking who knows what. Visit Culligan.com today to schedule your free water test.
Hey, Culligan man!
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. It's your boy Theo Dorsey. We are back at it again on a Thursday, having a good time, having a lot of fun, and it seems like not that the fun wasn't already good, not that the motion wasn't already going, but we got ourselves a full house shaping up in the happy hour here. K-Chumpton on the other side of the ones and the twos, in for C-Cat. I'm gonna let y'all guess why C-Cat is out, but before I do, I want to introduce. First, we start ladies first. Tina Costanza is in the house. What up with it?
Hello, happy Thirsty Thursday. It doesn't feel like a Thursday.
It doesn't.
This whole week's been off.
I know, it's a weird week. It's a weird week. We've been doing 4 hours of Theoretically Speaking the past couple of days and whatnot. It's been a marathon run. I just been yapping and yapping. And now that the music is out, I'll introduce our, it feels like you come once in a blue moon, except for right now it's just doom and gloom outside. Not really much of a blue moon, but Dean Thomas.
What up?
Dean Thomas is in the house.
Hey, man, I'm happy to be here. I wish I could come more often. I'm just glad I got some light on me. Yes. I don't know if people can see this. I want to make sure my lighting is right because I'll be in here looking black.
Well, that's C-Cat. C-Cat was the one that used to do your lighting. Today we took over from. That's why we kicked him out.
All right, good. So good. Yeah. So where is he? So as everybody's guessing, my guess would be he went back to film school to figure out lighting.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
where he's at today. That's where he's at today.
He's learning 2-point and 3-point lighting right now in film school. K Chum's already astute on that stuff. Who, when you opened the door and saw C-Cat wasn't here, a bit mystified by that.
Yeah. I was like, yo, where's C-Cat?
He's the one that hit you up.
Yeah, he hit me up. I'm like, yo, where's C-Cat? I'm used to seeing C-Cat and old fake Tom Brady answered the door, and I was like, yo, who is this?
Yeah.
What is he doing here?
Fake Tom Brady, a.k.a. K Chum's.
This is the first time he's addressed me as Tom Brady without adding the baby.
Oh,
I used to be baby Tom Brady. Now I'm just fake Tom Brady.
Now you fake, because you got a little older. Because back in the day, when you was an intern, I used to call you baby Tom Brady.
I was. So I've graduated. I'm at the next step.
Graduated to fake Tom Brady.
He earned some stripes. Dean Thomas, is former UFC fighter, ESPN UFC analyst and host, and also a creator of movies. Is it director? Is it producer? What do you?
I'm doing it all, actually.
Yeah.
So, like,
it's
such a small film that I'm doing it all. Produced, wrote it, directing, acting in it, everything.
It's like one of those restaurants that like one person has their finger on all of it. They're cooking.
Yeah.
They'll serve you at the front. They open late. Are you opening late with your movie?
I'm opening late. I'm 24. Yeah. They call me 7-Eleven, actually. Yeah.
Wow.
But think of like Eddie Murphy. When Eddie Murphy's doing a movie, like he does it all. That's what I'm doing in this. So I'm doing it all.
Are you doing multiple roles in your movie too?
I'm playing all the roles.
Oh my god. Well, I can't wait. Well, we still haven't settled the debate between Kat and I being there's a role left in your movie. Have you already cast it?
I haven't cast it. I'm still waiting on you guys. I thought you guys was going to do the audition process for the audience and let the audience choose.
So we're late. So the thing is, C-Cat. So in Dean's movie, there's a boyfriend role. A boyfriend role. You gave us no characterization as to what this boyfriend needs to be like.
Well, I want to see what you guys bring to the table.
Okay.
That's the whole idea. Who can bring the most compelling visual to the table?
I can do that. I got you.
You did say yesterday you wanted to be an expert in acting.
Yes, I did. That's funny that I said that because it lines up. I feel like my range with acting, it typically is, you know how like Ice Cube is technically an actor?
Yeah,
but he's always Ice Cube?
For sure. That's like you, right? Like he's always, but he's an actor, but he's just Ice Cube.
It's like Ice Cube the plumber. Yeah. Ice Cube the limousine driver. Ice Cube the buddy cop. Like that's kind of like my acting is like I can act technically. I can read lines. I can memorize them. I can deliver them with passion. But I typically am Theo, just in different roles.
But honestly, that's fine. That's okay as an actor.
Okay.
Believe it or not, that's fine.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, you just got to be able to do the part.
But I want to be, but that's why I need to know if the part aligns with Theo. You know what I'm saying? Like, can I be Theo, the boyfriend?
I think the part shouldn't align with Theo if you want to be an expert in acting.
You got to start somewhere.
Yeah, but you got to
This is a mom and pop movie. Like,
yeah, you got to start somewhere. Yeah, for sure. Like, this is a place to get a good start.
Yes.
Yes.
So what's up? Talk to me.
Well, hold on, wait a minute, because we still haven't decided. Because,
I know.
Because C-Cat had a really compelling argument. Like his go-to argument was strong.
You're right.
His go-to argument was, I'm a boyfriend. Yeah. I'm like, wow. Like, I mean.
So now I'm overqualified as a husband.
No, but that doesn't mean that you're overqualified. That doesn't mean it because you were a boyfriend. Like, you know what it feels like to be a boyfriend. So you got that part down.
And also, not only do I know what it feels like, I think my separation from being it won't cloud my judgment, right? Like I was a boyfriend for a long time, but I'm separated enough from it to where I won't be clouded by my own situation. I'll be open to acting whatever role this new boyfriend role takes me.
And I like that. And I like that. I mean, that's also a compelling argument as well. I do like that. So whatever you guys can bring to the table, I'm all ears, I'm all eyes. I want to see it, I want to hear it, and be inspired by it.
Yes, cauliflower, all cauliflower ears.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All of my cauliflower ears. Like, so the funny thing about having cauliflower ears is like I have to wear the earbuds, the kind of with the wires, and no one wears them anymore. So people look at me like I'm just an old dude because I have to wear those. But
you wear headphones right now. That's over the top.
Yeah, but I don't wear them in public.
Why not?
I don't wear headphones. It's just too bulky.
Too bulky?
Yeah,
I like over the top headphones. I don't like the wired ones that you poke into the ears because it's like they fall out for me.
I think it's more common now too.
They're more common now, so
young
kids aren't laughing at me no more.
They won't laugh at
I think there was a time where young kids used to laugh at me, but I have to have the earbuds with
other reasons.
With the way I dress.
They're still gonna laugh.
Yeah, but the little squishy things that go in my ear because like if I wear like the hard earbuds, they're just gonna fall out and they don't fit in my ears. Because my ears are too cauliflower.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? That's a sign that lets you know people know not to mess with you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you have no idea how often people want to say something, then they take a look at my ears and then they back off.
Good sir.
They back off. They take one look at my ears and they back off.
No issues here.
And that's the number one reason why I won't get my ears fixed.
That's why. Because you can get them fixed?
You can get them fixed. Yeah, I can get these cleaned up and cleared out. I mean,
already? Like how long?
Are they going to be like
they've
saggy?
been that way?
Yeah. I mean, they probably still look a little funny.
Yeah.
But I won't do it just because I like knowing that if somebody looks at my ears, they're going to back off.
You don't even have to stay in shape.
I don't even have to be in shape. Yeah, they just take one look at my ears, but being in shape is a double whammy. You know what I'm saying? That's why I've been trying to increase my calories. It's a double whammy.
Oh my gosh. Tina, you stay in shape because you are always at F45. Now my question is, F45 may not approve of the cocktail of the day, but you're still going to bring it. What's the cocktail of the day presented by F45?
So today, even while I'm doing F45 classes, I like to do my walks, which I mentioned. And I, this morning, did a sunrise beach walk.
Uh-oh.
And I love the sunrise.
Come on.
By the way, I love seeing the sunrise. So I realized I've never had a tequila sunrise before. I've never ordered a tequila sunrise. And maybe because I would think to have this in the morning, I'm probably ordering a mimosa, a Bloody Mary, then a tequila sunrise.
Bloody Marys are terrible, but yes, a mimosa, yes.
I like them. So I went with today, our cocktail of the day, a tequila sunrise, which is Blanco tequila, orange juice, some grenadine, and then you just garnish with an orange slice and a cherry. So simple. But I've never had one.
They're solid. They're pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean,
I just think with my orange juice, I like orange juice.
Yeah.
I'm just usually putting champagne with it.
Champagne pairs better with it for sure.
Well, that sounds like a little bit more of a traditional drink than the one you had last week.
You missed my one yesterday. It was a hot diggity daiquiri for National Hot Dog Day.
Yeah, it was disgusting.
Oh, really? Because
hot dog garnish on it.
It had hot dog water in it.
C-Cat wanted to drink it through a hot dog.
Ew.
He wanted to carve out a hole in the hot dog and drink it that way, which I told him, no, that's banned in like 15 states. Tell us about F45, who presents us this cocktail of the day. Please.
F45, 45-minute workout. You're in, you're out. You'll break a sweat. You stick with it. You will see the results. It's amazing just walking into a gym, not having to think about what you have to do. There's someone there to help you modify if you need it. There's screens in the gym that show you exactly the exercise. The timer's going off, when to start, when to stop. F45 Palm Beach Gardens. Check out their Instagram to see the specials that they've got going on, or go to f45training.com to find a location near you.
So yesterday, I was talking. You remember my friend Kelsey, right?
Yes.
I was talking to her. I was like,
she doesn't.
Yeah,
no, I do. It took me a second. Yes,
because you thought I was dating her.
Yes, I did.
But she was having some trouble finding motivation to work out, and I was like, "Is there an F45 in your area? You need." Because I was telling her how just watching your Instagram, like you guys have so much fun, and the fact that you're doing it, JMP's doing it, we saw Steve doing it, just like different bodies. Like you don't have to be any one thing to do it. And it's so much fun. I was recommending that she find an F45 in her area to go to it.
I love that. It is. It's such a great atmosphere. The people around you are just motivating. And I've made so many friends from F45, and it's awesome. I love that you recommended that.
Why are there kiss cams at concerts? Like I haven't been. I've been to a few concerts recently. I can never remember there being kiss cams actively at concerts. Is that a thing? Have y'all ever been to a concert with a kiss cam?
No.
That sounds like a snitch to me.
Yeah. Well, in Boston, apparently, at a Coldplay concert. Are y'all Coldplay fans?
I'm a Coldplay fan.
You like Coldplay?
I'm a Coldplay.
What's a Coldplay song like a good?
I couldn't tell you that.
My favorite Coldplay song is Sparks.
Sparks.
Yeah.
Can we get some Sparks, Kate Chumblin, please, if you can? If we can get like maybe the instrumental to Sparks to play under this, just to give it a Coldplay feel, to put us in the mood here. Because apparently Coldplay put a couple of people with a bit of national notoriety in the mood, and it's getting some people in trouble. Here's the headline here from the New York Post. Coldplay's Kiss Cam zeroes in on mortified tech CEO Andy Byron and alleged HR chief mistress Kristen Kabat. I saw this video on Twitter and I thought it was a joke. But apparently at the Coldplay concert, there's a kiss cam. The video went to what looked to be a couple who was hugged up, the guy in the back, the woman in front of him holding her close, and they're rocking romantically to the song. And when they pop up on the kiss cam, both of them look, they acknowledge what's going on, they look frightened as hell, and they dip out of there. And they just get out of there. And the worst part, here it is. It's your Coldplay.
Yeah, it's my song right here.
What song is it? Sparks?
Yeah.
What about this song did it for you?
I don't know.
It gave you sparks.
It's very melodic. Listen how melodic it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what they were feeling.
And this is probably the song that was playing when they were kissing.
Most likely so. The issue is CEO Andy Byron and alleged human resources officer, HR, Kristen Kabat. The problem is they both are married, but to other people. Dean and Tina, they got caught on the kiss cam at a Coldplay concert, allegedly what it looks like cheating.
See, this is a problem for me. These kiss cams are a problem for me.
The kiss cam is the issue here.
It's not the cheating. I'm okay with that.
You know what?
I'm good with that.
Infidelity, I can see it.
I'm okay with that. But it's these. I wonder if you can sue the kiss cam people.
You should be able to.
You should be able to because they ruin your life. Like it's not their business. Why is it their business to be putting people on there and showing people you don't know what people's situation is like?
Here's the issue though. If they just played it cool once, and again, hindsight's 2020. If they played it cool on a kiss cam, we never know about this. We never see it. We never hear about it. I mean, it's a kiss cam. I'm sure they showed 10 couples. It was the fact that they looked freaked out and frantic and ran away. It almost looked like a skit.
So when they ran away, like somebody said, "Wait a minute, who was that? Is that what happened?"
The dude on the intercom, literally said, either they're extremely shy, or they're having an affair. And then everybody, and that's can we? There's a chance. All right, let's cut the Coldplay music right quick. Even though I love the mood it put us in, let me see if we can get Cade. If you can actually. The video is on Twitter. I can DM it to you. If you can actually play the audio from what the guy, the PA announcer at the Coldplay concert acknowledged the awkwardness and called out exactly what it was. I thought it was a joke, but now the reports are coming out because it wasn't just any old scandal, any old affair. It was a CEO of a tech company and a lady in HR.
I just showed Dean the video.
Yeah, it's bad.
But when you're the CEO of a company, you get some benefits, right? I mean, you should be allowed. I mean, what's the point of being the CEO of a company?
Why did I elevate all the way to this position if I can't,
You know what I'm saying? I get it. Like when you're the janitor, I get it. Like your options are a little bit limited, but when you're the CEO of a company, like you might have a little bit more options.
And it was with HR, and I'm sure when he was enrolling in benefits and in his meeting with her, he was like, I'm going to opt into this right here.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like who do they complain to? HR? HR about this, yeah.
But the HR lady also is allegedly married. Like when he goes, like there's nothing you can do to let's just say hypothetically this happens and her friend, his wife's friend is at the concert, sees them on the Jumbotron, and then she goes and says something to him, and they're able to handle it behind closed doors, and he gets in trouble. Maybe they still get divorced. Everything would be fine. The fact that they freaked out and ran away made it a national story that we're now talking about here in West Palm on Sports Talk Radio. And I just can't, for the life of me, see why they would be. And again, if you're watching us on YouTube, you can see the video itself. Can we play the audio of it? We cannot play the audio of it. But it is absolutely embarrassing, and they deserve to get caught. And look, they have friends with them that also are like face palming, like, "Oh, it's over now."
Oh no, man, yeah. I feel bad. I mean, you know what? You play with fire for too long. That's just part of the game. You play with it for too long, but that's embarrassing.
That is so bad.
But for me, I'm mad at the face cam. Why not be mad at the face cam for putting them out there like that?
When you buy a concert ticket, are you like signing up to be filmed?
Is that in like the check box at the end, like that when you buy your tickets, like in the terms and whatever?
It shouldn't be.
It should.
It might.
It should be. You know how they had a small print. They should have it a little bit bigger print. Like, don't do no dirt.
Yeah, look,
can be put on Jumbotron.
We got the camera here.
And also here's the other thing. They're both idiots. Why are you standing up dancing during the kiss cam portion?
I know that is true. You know what, man? You know what? They probably deserved it.
They did.
They did deserve it.
Stupid.
Yeah,
maybe this is their hard launch. You know how people do.
That is a big hard launch.
Meg Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson did a hard launch over the week, or like yesterday at some awards show. Not the ESPN, something else.
That. Yeah, I saw that.
Pretty good pair in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
good for Klay.
Good looking couple, right?
Yeah. They did a hard launch finally after a few soft launch things. Maybe this is the CEO and the HR lady's hard launch.
Maybe. I mean, but that's a way to come out. Yeah. I don't know. I'm still a little bit mad at at the
It's the
camera,
kiss cam.
but
Cam.
I can't
Well,
get.
how
I'm
would he
not gonna
know?
get.
How would he know? He's trying to put people on there to kiss. This is the point. This is the point of the concert.
But you shouldn't be doing that.
But
you shouldn't be doing
But
that.
I give the kiss cam person this, like, a lot of the time you're not seeing those couples with like their arms around each other or anything like that. Like
Yeah.
in games, like this is almost the perfect scenario of like, oh, these people probably are gonna have like a nice passionate kiss because they're already rocking
Yeah,
to
they're-
the music and then
They were
fire.
begging for it.
Yeah. Like,
They were begging for it. They're
So-
not the victims.
I have an update on the audio.
Yes.
I can't. It's very hard to hear, so it's not really worth playing.
Okay.
But I can interpret enough. First of all, it's not the PA guy. It's the singer.
Oh, God.
The singer.
Oh, he got called out by
It's the
Coldplay
dude
himself.
on the guitar, on the mic who
Oh,
says
gosh.
it because he can see the screen at the other end of the arena.
Yeah.
And he's like, wow, look at these two. That was definitely unfair right there.
Let's play it. Let's play it. Let's play it if we can. Let's play it and let's let the audience hear
Wow.
before we hear about Vitacost. This has nothing to do with Vitacost, by the way.
Nothing,
Vitacost, great organization. They would hate to hear this.
yeah.
But I want to hear it though. You know, it's just like, you know. Are we okay? No, I thought that was okay. We are playing it. Here it is from Coldplay concert in Boston. CEO getting caught up with his HR lady.
Oh,
See,
he
said-
called him out.
He said it, and then everybody's videoing and laughing. Of course, it's gonna go viral.
Yeah, that's true.
That's bad.
Wow.
But you know what's good? Vitacost.
Vitacost is great.
It is great.
Yes.
Amazing.
I'll go on the kiss cam with all my Vitacost products
You
that
should.
I get.
And you know what? You wouldn't be shy about it.
Oh, not at all. I would be. I have like a fear actually of jumbotrons. Like I never want to be
You
on
think
the
they're gonna
jumbo.
fall on you?
No, I just don't want to be on a jumbotron ever. But if I ever have my Vitacost products on me, I'll go on a jumbotron for as long as they need me to.
Wow.
Vitacost Sports Certified Marketplace. It is great. I get to go on Vitacost.com and pick out reviews, like see reviews of products that I want to try. Is this protein powder? Like, how does this flavor taste? What about this creatine that I want to take? It's amazing. There's so many options, over 400 performance-enhancing supplements. If you're just a gym junkie like me, training for something, or just trying to be a little more health conscious, Vitacost is your go-to for leveling up your game. Visit Vitacost.com/sport-certified to make your purchases. Use the code ESPN20 for 20% off your order. That's ESPN20 for 20% off. Level up your game at Vitacost.
Is winning even worth it? We discuss on the other side. It's Theoretically Speaking, the happy hour on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
As a law enforcement officer, safe roads are one of my top priorities, ensuring everyone can get home safely each day. Some never will, due to aggressive driving, being distracted, or speeding on the roads. And too often, that results in the toughest part of my job and the longest walk in my life. I'm so sorry. I have some very sad news to share with you.
9 people will be killed on our Florida roadways today. Don't let it be you or a person you love. Buckle up every trip, every time. Let's get everyone home safely. A message from Florida Department of Transportation, Target Zero. For more information, visit targetzerofl.com.
The weather is heating up and summer is here. Stay cool with EDS Air Conditioning. Right now, qualified customers can take advantage of 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong in sports, not in your home. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, EDS is the name you can trust since 2006. Visit EDSIsYes.com today. Game day comfort starts now. Don't sweat the small stuff.
Hi, this is Scott Smith with Smith Ball Baez and Prather, Florida Injury Lawyers. We are a Florida civil trial law firm that specializes in the areas of personal injury and wrongful death. Our offices are located in Palm Beach Gardens, Boca Raton, and Port St. Lucie. Our lawyers have litigated thousands of matters at the Palm Beach, Martin, St. Lucie, and Indian River County courthouses. Our lawyers, paralegals, and other numerous members of our legal team live in Palm Beach County and Treasure Coast cities and towns such as West Palm Beach, Port St. Lucie, Lake Worth, Palm Beach Gardens, Palm City, Jupiter, and others just like you and your families. We are a statewide recognized law firm, but it is your community and your families that we live and associate with on a daily basis. Our most satisfying achievement is when we know that our legal power has helped a fellow member of our Palm Beach County and Treasure Coast community secure a fair and just huge result. If you've been injured, the lawyers at Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather will help. Call us at 500-HELP, 500-HELP. With Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather, help is just a local phone call away. Offices Palm Beach Gardens, Boca Raton, and Port St. Lucie.
Does your business leave a lasting impression? Attractive, eye-catching signs help you stand out from the crowd and create a strong brand identity. Our team at Signorama West Palm are experts in helping your business get noticed and get effective signage in front of your potential customers. Our team can turn your blank windows or plain vehicles into money-making branding machines by drawing customers' attention to your business. So if you're looking to leave that lasting impression, call us 561-687-7993 or visit signoramawpb.com.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
Don't just stand there. Everything you need to turn $1 into an epic win is in your hand. Hard Rock Bet. Bet it, parlay it, boost it. However you want to do it. From wherever you are to the moon. Bet anytime a line, prop, or parlay catches your eye. And withdraw cash when you want it. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us. New players bet $5 and get $150 instantly in bonus bets. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
Winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. That's what who was that? Lombardi? Vince Lombardi, I believe. Yeah, huh?
Somebody said that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good saying. It's not true, but it's a good saying.
It's not. It feels good. If you're a football coach, that's a good thing to tell your players because then it's like, all right, yeah, we're going to put it all on the line to win.
Yeah, well,
get after it.
Well, the reality is that oftentimes you're dealing with people who aren't all that motivated to do their best. So you use that as kind of the moniker to get them to do their best.
Golfers, especially guys like Scotty Scheffler, consistently the world number one, on a major run right now in golf. You would assume they would herald winning in the highest regard, especially in an individual sport where it's you versus you en route to championships. Now, Scotty Scheffler's won several tournaments. He has three major championships under his belt, twice at the Masters, one at the PGA Championship. But he had some interesting comments leading up to the Open as we are actively now we're in the middle of round one of the Open with the PGA Tour. Here is Scotty Scheffler talking about the fleeting feeling that is being victorious.
It feels like you work your whole life to celebrate winning a tournament for like a few minutes. It only lasts a few minutes, that kind of euphoric feeling. And like to win the Byron Nelson Championship at home, I literally worked my entire life to become good at golf, to have an opportunity to win that tournament. And you win it, you celebrate, get to hug my family, my sister's there. It's such an amazing moment. And then it's like, okay, now what are we going to eat for dinner? You know, life goes on.
He's been the number one golfer in the world for more than 100 weeks. And it is shocking for many people to hear a professional athlete who was at the top of his class speak about the one thing that we can all just only dream to aspire to be able to do. He's doing it. And that's the way in which he talks about winning some of the great tournaments. Now, Dean Thomas, you've won a good amount in your fighting career, right? Like you were a successful UFC fighter.
Yeah, I was a successful UFC fighter, 26-9 of a record.
Pretty good. That's a lot of wins.
And,
that's really good.
In MMA, that's a really good record for MMA. I've coached world champions. I've been around the highest of high, the best of the best in the sport. And he's right. Scotty Scheffler is right about that.
Man.
But the problem is, again, and I have to stress this too, because it's very dangerous. Because if you were to preface young athletes with this mentality. Oh, it's not all that important to win.
All right, well, why am I working so hard right
exactly. So you have to treat it like it's the only thing, and you have to suggest. But what's more important than actually winning is doing your best, and that's what it is. Like when you do your best, that feeling will stay with you forever. But the actual win, because I've won fights in front of thousands of people, and I will tell you this: there's no other feeling like that. Winning a fight inside of a crowd in front of 20,000 people, no feeling like that. But then when it's over, you go home, the dude cursing you out, you know what I'm saying? Like life is after that, it's over.
Yeah.
It's over. So he's right about that. Like it's a very fleeting feeling. It feels good for 20 minutes, and then afterwards, you're just like, okay, now what?
So my question is, what was the first time in your fighting career that you did something that you knew was like triumphant, right? That you knew you had worked your whole life for, that should feel so good, and then you started to realize that it was a little bit underwhelming, right? Like it's not like that you don't appreciate the moment or the journey or the belt that you won or the fight that you won, but you were like, damn, I thought it would feel better after this.
Actually, a lot of my fights. Here's an interesting one, and I can tell this story because Matt Serra's like, he's my best friend. He's my best friend, and we fought at the Trump Towers in Atlantic City back in 2003. And they announced him. Damn, how long? UFC. I think it was UFC 41. Maybe.
Cade, were you born? Cade, were you born in 03?
Get this. They're on UFC 3. UFC 318 is this week, and that was UFC like 40.
Yeah.
It was in Atlantic City at the Trump Towers, and they announced him as the winner. He gets all excited. I'm all sad. 10 minutes later, the judges got it wrong. They came backstage and announced me the winner.
Oh my gosh!
Wait,
so did you get you never did it out in front of the crowd? Still thinks to this day.
The crowd still thinks that he won the fight. But then on the record books, I'm the winner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like that's my point. Like it doesn't, like winning and losing doesn't really matter.
It's kind of arbitrary. How did you feel after the fight when they announced him as the winner? Did you feel like you had got?
I felt like I won. I felt like, yo, really? I was like, I couldn't believe. Like, if you ever watched the video, that my head just got. I look over and like, what? What are they talking? I couldn't believe it. And
how did Matt react?
His whole crowd, his whole like it was in because he's from New York, so everybody was all excited. He's jumping up and down like, I can't believe we pulled this off.
Yeah.
And then they go back and tell him that he lost, so he had to eat it. And then they told me I won, and we got excited for like 5 minutes. And then afterwards, I'm like, yeah, but I got robbed of the moment. The moment, like the one moment that I'm really looking forward to celebrating, I got robbed of that moment. And then, so I got to celebrate for like 5 minutes with my people.
Yeah.
And then after that, it was right back to normal, right back to being broke.
Yeah, you still got the same bills, the same responsibilities.
Still got the same bills, same beat up car back in 2003, same thing. But that's what it is, like winning and losing. Like, so like that was an important moment in my life when I realized that winning and losing isn't the important thing, because even though they announced him the winner, I knew that I fought good.
Yeah.
And I was happy with the way I fought. So like even if he did come out way the winner, I'd be like, yeah, this sucks. But I knew how well I fought.
Cause you felt like, and that's part of it too, is like, have you ever had a time in your career where you felt like you left some on the bone, but still got the winner, still was rewarded?
Oh, yeah.
And then you're like, it didn't feel that good.
There was a time in my career where I did not want to fight anybody who was bad because it didn't feel good. I was like, it didn't.
Yeah,
I was like, man, I'm punching down, man. I don't want to fight these guys.
Yeah,
like I want to fight somebody that's good. So like, yeah, for sure. There's been times where you get the win and you're like, that wasn't that great, but
ain't even worth it. So it's like the anti-Jake Paul.
Yeah.
It's like, he's like, I want to fight one dude with his arm tied behind his back. Can I get signed up for that, please?
Yeah, man, no one has been able to, pick their opponents like Jake Paul.
Yeah.
That guy, he's really good about it.
How old is Muhammad Ali now? Like, can we go get him up?
Can we get him in? Anybody over 40? Can we get him in there?
So you were the opposite, and I understand you on that because it's like winning a video game on easy mode. It's like at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, like it's not. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good as knowing that like you fought a really good person or you competed against somebody that was really good and you won.
That's the kind of the Kevin Durant tell. In the NBA, KD in 2016 after the Thunder had a 3-1 lead over the Warriors with one win away from going to the finals. The Warriors famously come all the way back, bounce the Thunder, and then go on to lose to the Cavs in the finals. That very next summer, KD leaves his hometown Oklahoma City Thunder, not hometown, but he was homegrown there, to go to that Warriors team, wins back-to-back titles, and was a couple of wins away from going for a three-peat. And to this day, that was 5, 6, 7 years ago, to this day, he is still defending himself on Twitter to Joe Blows, left and right, defending his legacy, defending the move that he made, and not feeling fully validated. In the 2 championships and finals MVPs that he has, part of it was, obviously, it felt like the Warriors were playing on easy mode, right? He was selecting his fight, and the fight was really easy. The other part of it is, he didn't get the feeling of, oh, you did it for the team that drafted you. You did it as an alpha, as a guy that set the culture. You were just a mercenary. And that shows you how fleeting winning can be.
Well, here's the thing. I think if he did it once, it might be okay. Because when you're a good player like that and you're on crappy teams all the time, like sometimes you just feel like, you know what, I just need to get a good team and get
one.
Let me get one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I deserve one. For as good as I am, I deserve one. And I'm okay with that, right? Like for as good as he is, he deserves one.
Yes.
Like he might have been held back by his team. But to do it twice, now you're like, all right, come on, man.
Now you've been bouncing around.
Now you cheating.
You know where he's at? Now he's on the Rockets now.
He's on the Rockets.
He's on the Rockets.
Is that a good team? Like
They were the second best team in the West by standings in the regular season last year, and they should be one of the better teams in the league next year. They have like the second or third shortest odds to win since they got Kevin Durant. So he's on part 8 of the seeking out validation through championships.
So he's doing this. So he's like trying to find good teams to get on. Yeah.
He's still
to me, it sounds like he's got a self-esteem problem.
Oh, he clearly is sensitive and does have a bit of a
He's got a self-esteem problem.
Like if you tweeted at not even you, it would be. I would not be at all appalled if Kevin Durant responded to a tweet that you sent out about him. He will if intern Zeke created a Twitter account right now and tweeted something negatively or disparaging about KD, or even just said something like, KD, I don't know about his mid-range jumper. He could work on that. KD is liable to quote tweet that and give him some real serious thought. Like that's how susceptible he is to other people's opinions.
Really? I mean, does he do it in a negative way and all that too?
Sometimes he tries to dunk on people, but often he responds to trolls left and right on Twitter.
That's a problem. Because for me, man, like if he got a little sassy with me, I'll punch him in his face.
He's like, what you want to do?
Yeah, I'll punch him in his face.
Well, you would have to get a ladder.
Yeah.
He's like 7 foot tall.
I'll kick him in the leg first. Yeah. I'll break his little twig leg in half.
A little sweep leg, a little leg sweep action. Man, but it's funny, man. They talk about like the dopamine release and all of that stuff, and the dopamine is more so in the chase, and it's not in the actual having. Like it's about getting there and not necessarily having the trophy. And Scheffler kind of points that out very vividly. Yeah.
But there is that euphoric moment when it does happen, where it does culminate, and you recognize like all your hard work and everything you put into it, and for that moment makes it worth it.
Yeah.
But then it's not. But then it goes away though. But for that moment, it is worth it.
Then you're looking for the next challenge.
Yeah.
Then you're chasing again.
Yeah, you're chasing again.
Scottie Scheffler is chasing right now in the Open. He's trying to get his hands on that claret jug. Do you think it's about time to update the good people on the standings, the leaderboard, as we are in round 1 of the Open as the PGA Tour heads into the next major on the calendar year? Let's get an update.
Theo, it would be my pleasure. This leaderboard update is brought to you by Pain Care Florida. At Pain Care Florida, their specialists use state-of-the-art procedures to relieve pain and get you moving. Pain Care Florida. Stop hurting, start living today. This leaderboard update is also brought to you by the Breakers Palm Beach, Kaiser University, and PGA Golf Club. We are back to a 5 leaderboard top. 5 men atop there, all from 5 different countries, by the way.
Oh, these boys spreading it out.
We've got a fun one coming at Royal Port Rush. Harris English is among those. He had the lead early on. He lost it. He's the only American, actually. We've got
from England.
We've got our 5 countries are England, South Africa, America, China, and Denmark. Those are our 5 countries atop.
By the way, before you keep going, did you do that just by looking at the flags?
Yeah.
Good.
Oh,
that's
no
good
kidding.
stuff.
He just saw the flags.
Kane is smart. It's smart.
Yeah.
That's baby Tom Brady is smart.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. All right, keep going with the leaderboard.
Scotty Scheffler is 1 off of that 4 under top. He's at 3 under par, but don't you worry. We've got other big names right up there. Lee Westwood looking for his first major championship. Ricky Fowler, one of the people's favorites. Justin Rose, who had a heartbreaker at the Masters. He's 2 back of the lead. Phil Mickelson, John Rahm, Shane Lowry, all at 1 under with Sergio Garcia, Joaquin Niemann, Tony Finau. And then Rory McIlroy, he slipped a little bit. He's through 16 holes at even par, along with last year's winner, Xander Schauffele. So we've got a star-studded top of our leaderboard at Royal Portrush in Northern Ireland.
Hey, I just looked up the Denmark flag. I wouldn't have got that. I wouldn't have got that just off the looks.
I don't even know what it looks like.
It's red and it's got a white cross, and the cross meets in like the lower
okay,
left
yeah,
quadrant.
I know what it is now.
That's all of those Scandinavian flags. You got Norway, Sweden, Finland, Denmark all have the same structure.
You're right. Yeah,
Iceland as well is right there.
Sweden is easy. Sweden's all white, red cross in the middle. Right?
No.
That's them?
No, Sweden is blue and yellow.
There
blue
we
and
go.
Yellow, you're right, like the IKEA stuff.
Yeah.
I forgot it. So what's this one that's white?
With a red cross in the middle?
Cross in
and
the
that's
middle.
it? Just a red cross? That's England.
No, it's not.
White with just a red cross in the middle.
You know what it is? Because England actually has 2 flags. We always associate, but that's the flag for the UK. We associate England with the UK flag.
You're right.
Yeah, I knew that because I had that situation happen to me recently. I was like, yo, what is this? What flag is this? I had no idea that England's flag was white with a red cross.
What are you, like a flag expert, Kate? What the hell's going on here?
Yeah, I'm a homeschooled nerd.
This guy right here, man.
Proud of it, too.
Was there a test? Was there a test that you were delivered?
Dude, geography is like my jam, okay?
Really?
Oh, yeah. No, 100%. Now, I'm not like a full-blown expert, but yeah.
I was about to say, don't make me put you to the test here.
I actually prefer that. Yeah, please do.
I'm here for it. Oh, snap. Here we go. I love this.
Let me see.
You going to test all flags?
I also just like it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, this flag right here is blue with a right, like a strike sign, like cross, like an X. Blue with a white X in the middle.
Blue with a white.
All blue.
I know what that is.
It's like a light blue.
Scotland.
Scotland?
Yeah, that's Scotland. That's Scotland.
Blue with a white X from corner to corner. Yeah. I'm almost positive it's Scotland.
It is Scotland.
Oh my gosh, this guy right here is.
I know. I got some boys from Scotland.
They be waving their flag in your face. What the hell are they doing?
Yeah, that's how they introduce themselves. They're like,
the Scotland, Dean. That's pretty good. Okay, Cade. You know what? We might have to bring this back out with you. I appreciate that leaderboard update, and that was pretty impressive right there. This guy Cade is astute.
But the English countries are easy. Do the Middle Eastern countries.
Here's the problem: the English countries have bad food. I'm not about to learn your flag. I'm
not going to argue with you on that.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to argue that.
What's up with that?
I have no idea why the food is so terrible.
Yes.
In the UK,
excruciatingly bad. I would never. So here's the thing. I just got done travel. Now I'm a snob, right? I just got done traveling to Paris, Italy, and in Italy we went to Florence and Milan, and I had the option instead of going from Paris to Italy, I could have went to London or New Amsterdam before going down to Italy. And my wife and I looked around. We checked out some of the stuff they had online. I'm like, absolutely not. Why would I pay money to go to your country and your food is stink?
Yeah. So where'd you go?
We went to Florence.
Went
all around the Tuscany region a little bit there, and then we went up to Milan. We did a little.
So you did not you didn't go over to England or nothing like that?
No, I didn't touch it. I'm not going over there eating like beans and biscuits.
Dude, anybody who brags about having baked beans for breakfast?
It's ridiculous.
Man, I'm throwing those baked beans right on the floor.
You don't deserve a flag.
Now you got to be careful, Theo, because when you say biscuits, you're thinking about something completely different. What they mean as biscuits.
What do they call them?
Biscuits
things? Crates or something? Cookies?
Yeah, biscuits are cookies.
Yeah.
Biscuits are cookies.
Yeah,
scones are biscuits, but their thing is beans on toast.
Yeah, they eat beans. Listen. They eat baked beans for breakfast, and the bacon is rubbery.
Yeah, I'm like,
yo, how y'all ain't even cook the bacon? How y'all cook the bacon?
And how about this? And I learned this from intern Zeke. We apparently do fish and chips better than them. Apparently the fish and chips is whack over there too.
Fish and chips is whack too, man. I had fish and chips in Manchester.
Yeah.
That thing was so greasy. I was like, man, get this thing out of my face.
What's happening? What's wrong? Do they not understand that the food is bad?
I just think they don't care. You know
it's an acquired taste. Think about it. We're weird. We put peanut butter and jelly together.
Which is amazing.
To someone from England, that's like crazy. It's just a cultural difference.
No. Stop trying to put up.
It's not a cultural difference. It's trash.
Are you comparing peanut butter jelly sandwiches to beans on toast in the morning?
I'm comparing the weird combinations that different cultures have. Sorry, I've got a wife who would be in Oxford right now if it wasn't for me. So I gotta back.
Okay, I'm sorry. I
gotta back this up a little bit.
I knew this had to be personal.
Is your wife English?
No, but she would be there if it weren't for me. Like she's
we
already
ain't gotta,
told me.
No, all right, well, you ain't got to. No.
Yeah, we ain't got.
You ain't got to defend her.
Yeah, we got to defend her.
Yeah, I do.
You ain't got to defend her interest. I thought it was her heritage. You ain't got to defend her interest. You could have kept that to yourself.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but you're right about that. The food in the UK is trash.
It's not even like halfway appealing. You know how sometimes you'll look at the pictures of food on a restaurant, you'll be like, oh, this looks good, and then it underwhelms.
Yeah.
It don't even look good. It looks bad, and I heard it tastes bad. I ain't going.
The last time I was out, I was in London, and I was standing in a nice section, too. Like with the UFC, I was standing in a nice section, and I ordered the pizza. Man, it was middle school pizza. It was, I was like, what is this, man? Yo, get this thing. It was a $20 little personal pizza.
Yeah.
It ain't had no sauce on it. It was just it was like this rubbery dough and cheese.
Man ordered the most American food ever and got disappointed by it.
Pizza's Italian.
What was I going to order? Fish and chips?
He knows flags, but you don't know the cuisines?
Eel pie?
I've been there. It's not like I'm saying this from, I've been there.
Hey, that English food trash, bro. I ain't gonna lie. On the other side, we'll get off of English food, and I want to get your thoughts, though, Dean. This is something intriguing around winning as well, and this has more to do with the value of winning as a coach versus winning as a player. And people that know you, including us, we know you had a storied UFC career as an athlete. You are still currently doing the same thing as a coach. I think you can offer some great perspective on this because we heard an amazing soundbite on Unsportsmanlike this morning. We'll touch that a little bit more. The happy hour on Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
The Club at Lost Lake, a championship Fazio design golf course in Hope Sound. Golf and social memberships are now available with no waiting list and immediate access. The course and club will see over $10 million in capital improvements and is one of the best private club values in the area. Experience the beauty and challenge of this renowned course for yourself. Enjoy year-round access to exclusive amenities and events. Elevate your game, elevate your experience. Discover the Club at Lost Lake. Visit clublostlake.com to schedule a visit today.
Sun's out, deals on at Hurricane Grill and Wings. Summer is here and so are the flavor-packed deals such as our Yingling beer-battered fish sandwich, chicken salad lettuce wraps, or the combo basket. All for under $14. Craving more? Add 3 bone-in wings to any handheld or entree for just $3.49. Sip on our refreshing peach tea cocktail or grab an ice-cold Michelob Ultra, perfect for patio season. Summer's never tasted this good. Find your nearest location at hurricanewings.com.
Kaiser University's flagship campus. The 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees. Kaiser University also has an athletic program with 26 national championships, including back-to-back-to-back lacrosse titles, and they just won their first ever national championship for men's tennis. Visit KUSeahawks.com for the latest on the championship flagship campus of Kaiser University.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
It's Theo Dorsey, and I'm feeling hot, hot, hot. Temperatures are up, but your water shouldn't be full of mystery floaties. Culligan's got your back with water testing and reverse osmosis systems to keep things clean, cool, and crisp this summer And get this, you can try it for just $10 a month. Stay cool, stay hydrated, and stop drinking who knows what. Visit Culligan.com today to schedule your free water test.
Hey, Culligan man! So let it rip.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
A little news update in the NFL. Wide receiver Mike Williams, who had just rejoined the Los Angeles Chargers, he announced through his agent and through Adam Schefter, he's officially retiring. So that is interesting. He chooses to retire as camp opens in Los Angeles. I'm sure there's going to be some ancillary stories about that because it's a curious time to call for it. We are back at you in a happy hour here on Theoretically Speaking. Dean Thomas in, UFC former fighter, current coach, and also analyst and host. Kay Chumslin's in for CCAT. And this morning, y'all, I was listening to Unsportsmanlike 6 to 10 a.m. right here on these radio airwaves. I heard something interesting from head coach of Notre Dame, Marcus Freeman. So Marcus Freeman had a football career back in the day playing. Now he's currently coaching a team that was one win away from being national champions. Evan Cohen, who the studio is named after, asked him an intriguing question, and I think, Dean, you would have a great perspective on the way Freeman went with his answer.
That's an easy answer. You definitely changed the outcome of the national championship.
Wait, pause it
game.
right quick. Pump it. Pause
I mean,
I want to give it a better intro because I forgot where it started. Okay, Evan asked Marcus Freeman. He said, if you could change one outcome in your career, would you choose to change the outcome of your NFL career to give you a more storied and longer NFL career, or would you change something that happened as a coach? And then here goes Marcus Freeman's response.
That's an easy answer. You definitely changed the outcome of the national championship game. I think in the moment, when you're young, you have this dream of playing in the NFL for 10, 15 years and figuring out life after that. And for me, it obviously didn't last that long, but you move on to the next chapter of your life. But I'm grateful for the opportunity and grateful for what the game of football taught me as a player. But, now it's about being able to help young people reach their goals. And, for me, winning that national championship is not as much about me as much as I want the players in our program, the people that sacrifice, to be able to call themselves a champion. And so that's something I aspire to do.
Marcus Freeman didn't even have a cup of coffee in the league. He was drafted in the 5th round in 2009, didn't play for the Bears at all, though. He got picked up by the Bills practice squad in 2009 as well, went to the Texans as well, and because of an enlarged heart condition, he actually retired in 2010. So he never really got a shot at it, but he is coaching in college. Dean, you've obviously, played UFC. You fought in UFC, and you now are a coach. If there's one result you could change in your career between you fighting and you coaching, which one would you pick?
Definitely coaching. I would have leaned into a couple of different fighters a little more to help them out. But coaching is much more fulfilling than what I did in my career.
I hear you on that, and I also understand it because it's funny because it feels like sometimes because you don't get that. We talked about it early, how winning is a bit fleeting. The joy that comes with winning, it almost is more of a joy when you get to experience somebody else who you've helped get to where they want to go.
And then you get to do it multiple times with different people. And I'm an empath, so I feel it all. So I love watching people win.
Empath.
My people, yeah.
That's a big word he's dropping on us there.
I'm
Empath.
trying to do I'm on the air now, baby.
This man been on the thesaurus.
I'm on the air now.
This man on the thesaurus. No, that's absolutely on point. Dean, appreciate your insights. Appreciate you pulling up. Where you off to? You off to New Orleans?
Off to New Orleans, UFC 318, Dustin Poirier's final fight. Tune in.
And he's walking out with Lil Wayne.
Tune in.
Awesome stuff. Freddie and Harry next here on ESPN 106.3. Go in love, go in peace, go enjoy.
When you're in pain and an hour seems like a day,